Alright, welcome back. As you can see, I just loaded in. The outside hasn't really loaded yet. And yeah, I tried to do a little leveling up between episodes and it didn't go well. I went to go earn some more souls and lost the 50,000. I made it back to, well, actually another 50,000 when I smashed one of my souls of a long lost undead. Or one of these things. It was like 10,000 or something, but anyways, so look at all that. All those boss souls that I had from this one. Huh. I don't remember what I got from this one. Those are cool. There's like the different colors. Hmm. These are all things I can turn in to strengthen a covenant, but I don't want to be on any covenants. I already screwed up one quest line. Anyways. In fact, because I showed up as Rosaria's finger and it spooked that one lady, I don't think I was able to go join the other covenant when I found the big... Anyway, so we're gonna do another of like, let's just carry on through Lothric Castle. Like, do some leveling. We'll try... Ugh. And I really need to get a computer setup figured out so I can start streaming. Like, that was the other goal this week, is to build a Kubernetes cluster, which I did, but I mean, it's not very impressive. I want to get a database hooked up to where I can actually... I mean, that would be really cool if I had a website, and actually I don't even think it's a website that's installed yet. Like, there is a web address that gives diagnostic information, but that's not quite the same thing. So, let's try to run across the bridge. Woo! That actually worked. But I gotta be careful because I was going for this item, Undead Bone Shard. Oh. Okay. That also means I gotta fight my way back out. Ow. There's gonna be a few of them. Alright. Get the big bad beastie. Huh. Nice. Goes through the wall. So there's 7,000. Oh, that looks cool, like an eclipse sun. Alright, and I gotta figure out... Oh. Oh, that's right. I need to go back down and get... Okay, so we can go and do that. But I'm gonna go ahead and rest at the bonfire. Might as well. Or, well... Let's get some extra souls. How do they hurt so bad? Alright, let's go and rest. Oh yes, and reason I'm so eager to get into some Twitch streaming is because I'm doing a bunch of arguing on the X app, like still, which is, I mean, a very like much more reserved democratic opinions, like not nearly being as concerned as angry as like swept up in emotions as like a lot of people, but still be able to carry an argument. That's the problem is. The one shot on Patsy. Okay. So, but the concerns and thoughts need to continue on. Like, another concern and thought would be how President Trump made a Memorial Day post that did not talk about veterans. Like, it was basically just a whole rant. Now, I know he does have the ones that talk about, like he did do the post honoring veterans and the people who the day was meant to be for, but it needs to be shown that he did do a post exclusively on the lunatics, the leftists, the Marxists, the like he goes down this long like grocery list of things that he calls his political opponents. And I hate to say it, but that's another move right out of Hitler's playbook is like vague accusations against the other people and drawing divisive language against his political opponents. Like that's totally out of Hitler's playbook. So, anyways, there's a big old chungus here. Ah! There we go. Whew! He almost killed me. Whew! That was intense. So, but anyways, people need to like just be able to line up everything and I didn't get hardly any responses. I think I need to go back through and see like explicitly go see responses to posts because a lot of them are like shadow banned or just like not really. They don't send me alerts like, oh, somebody responded to your comment. Like in a way to like still mix up people with their echo chamber, but at the same time, not all the way. Oh yeah. Ooh, and then there's paintings. Winged knight helm, armor, gauntlets and leggings. Nice. Sacred bloom shield. Very nice. Okay. And we have 16,000. Still isn't enough. We need like 30,000 for each level now. So it's gonna be a bit. They give a lot of souls now, so that's cool. Alright, let's go ahead and rest again. So I'm wondering if I can get closer. So I was able to make it across the bridge. But I think So yeah, two dragons that light all of that on fire. I mean, really, and I can also just respawn here. Get that Estus back that I used. Alright, so let's go up there and try to fight the ice beast. Cool. Okay. In fact, I might need to adjust my Estus so I can have one more mana in here. Although I don't have to go fight those guards this time. Like, that's pointless now. See, there's two over there that are pretty tough. Okay. I don't know, because I think, and like, oh, and then there's one guy, hold on, I want to raise this concern. There's one guy, they're doing more divisive language, trying to, like, make it okay for people to... There we go. Wait, no. Where is it? This one guy was like, people who don't use public schools shouldn't have to pay for them. And I said, people who complain about the quote-unquote burden of human decency shouldn't be saved by soldiers that went to public schools. It's like, that's basically saying, like, oh, I mean, why should I have to pay for it? Well, it's because the government needs to have a certain standard and education standard of this country. Every person in this country needs to at least be educated to a certain point. And, you know, so yeah. Everybody gets taxed a certain amount, and then that money is voted on how to be divvied up. Like, you know, and that's what the thing is. Like, people complain about these things, they justify more tax cuts, and this unbalancing of a budget that's already way underbalanced and, like, leaning way too heavily towards defense spending, which it has been forever. And the fact that we're increasing defense spending by 25% or a quarter, it's jumped from 800 billion every year, 800 billion. Now it's a trillion. And it's like, I get it, you want to make sure that you're taking care of soldiers, and a lot of that probably is paying for, like, soldiers' salary and stuff, and, like, increasing promotions for a lot of, like, the lower rankings. I'd like to think, anyway, at least somebody is benefiting from this massive increase of spending, which, and it's funny because President Trump was championing against all this reckless spending, but let's go ahead and increase our biggest budget by 25%. It's nuts. Like, and then I guess I'd like to see by the numbers who's proposed to get cut off of Medicaid. Like, if they're making cuts to actual U.S. citizens, then they're not putting America first. They're only putting the 1% and whoever isn't affected by the cuts first. Like, allowing to prioritize one thing over the other. And yeah, and that's the price of admission of living here. Like, if you don't like it, you could go to another country. Like, if you don't like paying high taxes on your high incomes, because you get to enjoy the wealth of high everything else, like, this being such a great country, and I don't know. Like, that's my 2 cents on all that. But I need the Twitch so I can do the ranting and actually make it productive, because that's the other thing, is a lot of people, they'll complain and they'll do the arguments, and it doesn't really get anywhere. So, alright, let's go ahead and fight this thing. I hate this thing. Oh, get away from me. Oh. Ah. Ah. Oh, got him. Erythral rapier. Nice. Whew. That was intense. I don't think he responds, so. I don't know if it really matters. Like, that's as far as we got. Oh, oh. I didn't even check it. Titanite scale. Nice. Spirit tree crest shield. Very nice. Things I'm never going to use, but I like having... Okay, so never mind. I thought there was some kind of progression to beating him. Oh yeah, I need something that can do... There it is. So I think I gotta try running across there. Whew. Alright. Okay. Ah. There's a lot of these flammable. Ha! How about you? Ow! Oh, that got me, dang it. Okay, that's a tricky room. You gotta be careful. There's a lot of explosive barrels, a lot of fire bombs being thrown around. And actually, I think I can kind of spam a lot of that fighting. See if I can just ignore everybody, run up to where I need to go. I'll let them just get caught in the path of fire. Yeah. Oh God, no. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Just one shot killed a lot of people. Alright, so now I'm here. Oh God. Okay. So I would have woken up all these people. Nice. Okay, let's loot this place. Oh no! Oh! I thought no way this one was a mimic. Well, 32,000, getting up there. And I can run all the way up and then still have to fight some people. Let's still get this out. Okay. Whee! Ah, okay, so that's too close. Alright. Let's just go. Frenzied monsters. It's not backstabbing them. Huh. Wow. What's that over there? Oh yeah. Yes. This is how you kill the first dragon. Broken straight sword. Large soul of a nameless soldier. Okay. There we go. Yes. One of the dragons is no more. So now, I can go loot all that stuff without worrying. Well, that one's still there. And I think it still pops up and burns. So there's another place where I can destroy that dragon. But at least as far as now... Well, actually, let's do exactly that. Let's backtrack a little bit. There's another item over there. So, anyways, I gotta make the decision. I might run to the store, go get some party supplies for this week. That's not even party supplies. It's just medicine anymore. Like coffee. Gotta go re-up on the coffee. What a time to be alive. Alright, now I need to be careful and ready to run. So this is still locked. I can go over there. That's one of the next places, but... Refined gem. Yeah, they're dead dragons being animated by that, like, pestilence or whatever. And hear that other one. So, that's the next stop. Let's see. Oh, I don't want to kill the mimic or fight a mimic. I'm gonna forget it if I don't. Alright, worst case. No! Yeah! Last one. Woo! Those sweet, sweet souls. And the Titanite scale. Alright, so now... let's push a little carefully. Let's see what... So I've already cleared out pretty much all of this. In fact, once I go in here and open that front door... In fact, like this... Yep. Now that whole wing is now pointless. Oh. Oh, he's mad. Ah! Oh, oh no. I was a little worried about that, losing 60,000 souls. That's still only 2 levels. So now I need to be careful because now I don't have that dragon to blow the fire, which also means now I might not have to worry about that dragon blowing fire. So I might not have to even alert all those other people. I might just be able to just walk across now. Not have to worry about anything. Yep, in fact I think it is. So now I do need to worry about killing that guy. But I think I'm going to use poison arrows this time and just cheese them. Okay, so now I still need to be careful going through here. Alright. Which means go kill this guy too. Might as well build up my souls. Needs 400 souls for each of these. Oh. Alright, yeah, actually, I think I will. I'm gonna finish this guy. Oh, and I got my souls right here. I technically don't even need to finish him. So there's an item there. Imagine there's still some enemies there. Oh gosh. These frenzy fanatics. Tiny chunk. And scale. Alright, so now we've conquered pretty much all of the first area of Lothric. Killed the beast, the ice beast down low. Got the dragon to stop spewing fire. We can get that other dragon out of here too. It's not really hurting anything. But I think there's another, I think anyway. Or maybe it's just dead. I don't know. But anyways, then we gotta go in there and fight that. But for now, let's go level up and call it a day. And I think I will go to the store, get some things. Hmm. All right. Hmm. Oh, social media. But yeah, this guy's complaining about paying
Welcome
taxes for
home,
public
Precious
schools,
Link.
and it's like people complain about the quote unquote burden of society shouldn't be
Very
protected
well.
by soldiers that
Then
went to
tuck
public
in.
schools because that's just it. It's like, you never know when someone in your life had to go to public school. Your doctor, your nurses, your policeman, or your police officer that's protecting you, like, or like if someone were to rob you, like then the police investigating that, like, chances are most of them went to public schools. So like when somebody says some like ridiculously like un-American thing is like, oh, I don't need that or divisive. It's not even un-American. It's just like class warfare type rhetoric. Like, why should I have to pay? Blah blah blah. And it's like, well, you are where you are because of everybody
Farewell,
else's work.
Ashina.
Like this is a culmination of everyone's work before you, and it's been unjustly unequal the entire history of time, the entirety of time. And so now we're figuring it out and rectifying it and realizing that people are not worth tons more than anyone else. They don't have any extra skills or contribution to society. A lot of them are riding coattails of what their ancestors did and the taxes that their ancestors didn't pay into. Ergo, you could suck it up and help pay for public schools and quit your wine and quit your something else. But this is a PG. Well, no, this is still like a mature thing. And I know the alarm went off, but I want to just get one more level. So let's go up there. We got to get 9,000. Just going to run through this side because there's 400 per. It's at least a few thousand. And it's slightly comfortable to fight now. Slightly. You're still running the lottery of when that guy's hits. Oh no! I'm gonna go a little. Oh, I am going over. I'm 5 minutes over. All right, let's go get our souls. We got a third of the way there. Hmm. It's so much easier to just run through this castle without that dragon spewing fire. Okay. So I don't know. Just these things like If we're going to start splitting hair of what you're paying for, what you're not paying for, now granted, it should still all be well better distributed, and if there's any fraud, and senators and Republican or representatives, sorry, not all of the politicians should not be making such insanely high salaries for such a job that anybody, literally anybody, can do. I mean, yes, you need a bunch of schooling to be a politician, and I get it. Uh, but again, no human being's work is worth that vastly much more than anyone else because it's just not humanly possible to produce or contribute as much as to what that value would be, especially in comparison to all the people that are just sucking it up and doing like everything they can with hardly any, like, I mean, with a lot less safety net support, family wealth, all that, like, and then people complain like that, like, oh, these peasants don't deserve my pittance on. Yeah, get over yourself. Your money isn't even going to that, the majority of it. The majority of it is going to a defense budget, which we've already established is a bit ridiculous. What? Are you kidding me? Oh, I thought that first one was dead. But look how fast we're running up here, and we needed another 2,000 anyway, so as long as I don't lose that. At this point, it's easy come, easy go. Alright, but yeah, I'm gonna run to the store, get some supplies. Or maybe, I don't know. I still have quite a bit. I could actually just chill. It's a long way to the store, so I'm trying to talk myself out of it, but I do need to go. Oh. Then I get my kids tomorrow, so that's gonna be fun. We're just gonna enjoy summer, play video games. Might play catch outside with my son. Or maybe my daughter. She loves playing catch too, but like, they just like playing with dad. Oh my gosh. Those things are nuts. That's my answer to you. And you. Ugh. All right. Man, that deals so much damage. Alright, oops. Alright, let's go level, and then... I don't even know what I put that last level in. Intelligence, attunement. Faith. Oh, I need faith. That's what it is. So, let's go level up faith 1, and then we'll call it an episode. So, yeah, between that, I want to do the cats. I want to get into cartooning. I've already got an idea. The white Debo. So that's a fun one. So I recently outed the victim in my assault case, my 2009 assault case, as he was not held accountable for literal rape, and I'm a little concerned about that. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I've already reached out to some higher powers, like social figureheads, the governor's office, like, different things. I'm still very law-abiding. I always was pretty much more or less law-abiding, and that's the thing. It's like, if we're going by today's standards, then yeah, I would have been like 90% law-abiding. So, anyways, it's just ridiculous. So, ta-ta for now. I'm going to continue to work on things, and I think I'm going to try to include the links to my website. And that's the thing, is I need to include or improve website stuff. So yeah, so I will see you in the next one. I'll probably be back in a half hour to do another episode because we're getting close to finishing Lothric Castle. Well, not even close. It's about halfway, and then we need to go into like this giant library study where we're gonna dip our head in wax. Oh, it's gonna be a good time. So I will see you there.